Frankston is here. Quick little video. Today I want to talk about gratitude. I was reminded today while I was working just how much as humans you should be grateful. You have to remember to always be grateful. It's so easy to get caught up in your own drama, to get caught up in what's going wrong, when in reality, if you really look at what you have, what you're going through, there's a lot to be grateful for. And sometimes we get so caught up in what's going wrong that we miss out on this thing called life, and we miss out on what there really is to be grateful for. There's people right now in the world, maybe somebody who's watching this right now, who are having to make decisions for their family that can even be life or death. So I encourage you to not get caught up in maybe what's wrong, because when you do that, you're focused on the wrong thing. But when you come from a state of gratitude, you can't help but to be grateful in such a way so that fear doesn't exist, stress doesn't exist, anxiety doesn't exist, because you can't be fearful, full of stress and worry, and be grateful at the same time. It's one or the other, right? So I encourage you to do your best to stay in a state of gratitude. Do your best to appreciate the things that you have, that you experience, that you go through. There's people right now that wish they were in your situation, right? I can sit here and bitch and moan and complain about things that I don't have right now, or things that aren't going my way, or someone that hasn't paid me yet and they said they really wanted to do business with me. I could complain about that, but why? I'm free. I live in America. I'm good looking. Anyway, just kidding. And one of the things I've taught my kids is don't squander this thing called the American dream. There's people here in America that whine and bitch and complain about our country when you couldn't go to Cuba or Venezuela or some other country and bitch and moan and complain about that country, because they'll lock you up, or even worse. Don't squander this thing called the American dream. Don't sit around complaining and moaning and blaming all these people why you can't do what you got to do, and why you don't have what you don't, why you don't have what you want. If you want something, you need to go for it. If you want something, you got to put in the time. You got to learn. You got to turn off the TV. You got to turn off Netflix. You have to, invest in this if you want to do something. You can't sit around and moan and complain and whine about this and whine about that and expect things to get better. So this video is just, remember to be grateful. Remember to have that attitude of gratitude, because there's millions of people that wish they had your opportunity. They wish they had your situation. They wish they could trade their situation for yours. So if you're watching this, especially if you're American, don't squander being American. Don't squander this opportunity we have here. Don't sit here, complain and bitch and moan about what you don't have, when if you want something better, you need to actually work for it. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. I don't care where you come from. No one owes you nothing. No one owes you anything. Okay? Don't squander this thing called being American, and come from a place of gratitude. Because when you're grateful, you end up having more to be grateful for. Okay? So that's my rant for the day. Always be grateful. Always be appreciative. Count your blessings. And the more you count your blessings, the more blessings you'll have to count.